This is Jason. Jason works a lot in youth ministry. He's a second-year college student, and I asked him to come back. He also went on a trip that I think you guys need to hear about. Some of you maybe have gone. Have you gone to the March for Life in Washington, D.C.? Can you raise your hand if you've gone? 1, 2 youth. Okay. So the rest of you haven't. It's an unusual experience, a good one that I think you would remember. So he's going to say a few words about that.
Okay. This is kind of the start of the march. I notice every year they start with that banner. We walk up. I don't remember what street, but we go up to Capitol Hill. Washington Monument.
How many people is there? Like, how many people is there?
There's thousands and thousands of people. It's really interesting. When you get all the way to the top of the hill, you can actually turn and look behind you. And every year I've gone, I could never see the end of the whole march. So I could see, it seemed like a couple miles back, and then it's just full of people. That was really interesting. Basically, what the march is for is a march to stop abortion. It's a peaceful protest. It's just kind of interesting how many people actually show up and actually are there for and against abortion. And one of the interesting things is you can actually see when you walk by legislatures and governors and senators, and we've even seen the president a couple times just kind of poking his head up, watching everything, watching everybody walk by, and actually seeing as many people that go by. The years I went with St. Pat's, or not St. Pat's, Miami County Right for Life. We went as a group, and we actually ended with the march. It was kind of a little, we had tour forward, which is kind of interesting because it's the first time I've ever gone to D.C. There's kind of an example of looking behind you and not really seeing the end, which is kind of hard to tell because it's kind of low. You get a lot of people who actually will share their stories with you along the way and tell you how much they regret it and how much it's actually hurt them going through abortions. Throughout the whole march, you'll see the people who are for abortion, and it's kind of funny how everybody just looks at them and just everybody starts to fight with them pretty much. It's kind of funny.
Wasn't that a youth rally? Isn't there a big youth rally? Did you go that year? That was maybe smaller than they built that up, where a lot of young people go to this big arena.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the march itself actually took a few hours. So it's usually cold, and some of us decided to wear shorts and a t-shirt through the whole march. So it took a couple hours to get through that. You start Pennsylvania Avenue, I think, and every year we ended up at Union Station, where we kind of met, and then we got a bus and kind of headed back to where we were actually headed back home, I think. That's all I got to say about it.
What did you learn from it?
What did I learn from it? I learned how many people actually are against abortion. And it's kind of one of them debatable topics that everybody is afraid to touch on. And going on the march kind of showed me how many people actually speak out against it and are for stopping it and everything. Just one of those interesting things.
So do you feel like you made a difference? You contributed to the cause by being there?
In a small sense, yes, because the more just one person going can actually spread the word, and then it gets more and more people going, which there hasn't been really any major developments with it, stopping abortion yet, but there have been minor developments within states and counties and everything actually stopping abortion.
The year that I went, President Bush signed against partial birth abortion, so that kind of made me feel really good that, it kind of actually did something. But you always hear about abortion a little bit, but when you actually go, there's big, huge posters of, you remember those big, huge posters of, babies that have actually been torn out of the woman's body, and it's really graphic, but it makes you feel so much stronger and passionate about the issue. And you learn a lot while you're there. You talk with people who have had abortions and how it's affected them. you see posters and information, and it makes you so much more educated, so that way when you do come home, you can make a difference and you can talk to people and really understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, some of the information I found out there, it just takes, after a couple days, you can actually start seeing the baby forming and everything, and it actually starts like moving around and stuff inside the mother. Just kind of interesting that it actually starts happening just a couple days afterwards.